Hey there, this is Åsa with a new process video. Today I'm going to do something that is completely me again. And it's really a starting point that is so common for me. I have an idea and then I have a pattern paper, and that pattern paper is planned for another layout. Yeah. This is those things that can spark my creativity, because I am problem-based in my kind of creativity. This is that kind of little seed that gets me going. I had this Mosaik paper planned for a page with photos of myself. It's a couple of selfies and a couple of just scenery photos. But then I saw this bunch of photos of actual Mosaik that I took photos of during our vacation. So it's from a couple of different places and from our hotel. And then I felt, oh, but that paper should go with these photos. Now I am in trouble. How can I solve this? And that is what sparks my creativity. So now I'm actually going to do a layout with those photos that I planned from the beginning, and then I'm going to use slivers of the Mosaik paper for the Mosaik photos, and then I will still end up with lots of paper left. Isn't that typical? I started off with feeling that I have just one paper and I would have needed two, and then I end up with almost half the paper as a leftover. Yeah, that's what happened when you're being overly frugal. Anyway, I'm going to create a photo block out of these 4 photos. It is one shot that will be almost like a panorama, and it's a selfie of myself, and then I've just turned around and took a photo towards the horizon. And then there is another photo, but it's a close-up of a cactus, and then it's a photo, also a selfie, but a mirror selfie taken in the mirror of the elevator going down to the street floor from our apartment. Yeah. And I'm going to trim that piece so that it becomes, it has a line at the top that is straight. It was when I was kind of aligning the horizons in those both photos, I got a little piece that was sticking out, but I cut that one away. Then I'm going to place this beautiful Mosaik paper from the Chimel line. I think it's from the travel collection. Yeah, it must be. Or from the, perhaps from the Star Shine collection. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to place that pattern paper in the gaps that I got when I had made the photo block. I love to put photos together like this because it's such a fun way of getting the picture of the event, or I'm almost like creating one photo out of many, and from different angles and from different perspectives of activities, and then it becomes one, like a moment, and I like that. It's both spiritually pleasing and it's visually pleasing as well. Now I'm going to do an insert, a 12x6 insert with these Mosaik papers photos. They didn't have that much style that I wanted to make an entire layout out of them, but then again, they were quite many to fit on this type of layout. The 12x6 is quite challenging if you are using more than one photo. If you're using just one photo, I think it's a wonderful size, but I seldom have the nerves to just put one photo on a page. And in this case, I have photos that are made to be together. They are going to showcase the different kinds of mosaics that we saw during our stay. And the top photo there to the left is really funny because it was this pothole in the road, and they had filled it up with concrete and pieces of mosaic, and that was just hilarious, I thought. So I took a photo of it, and I was determined to put it in the album so that I could capture this fun way of using mosaic. The lower photo on the right page is of the wall going up to our hotel. The hotel was in a steep hill going up a steep hill, and there were these walls that built up the foundation of the hotel, or I don't know if you can say so, but I think you understand. And it was also this kind of mosaic feel to it. It had these small pieces in between the larger rocks of the wall. It was very, very stylish, and very the effect of these smaller pieces between the larger pieces was very, very cool. Loved it. As if I didn't have too much photos, I went to my home printer and printed 2 more, but in really tiny size. These are photos of wall mosaic that we had in our hotel, in the corridor, and the photo quality was so low, but I wanted to have them in my album. So instead I just sized them, made them in smaller size, so that it didn't look so blurry. The blurriness of the photo isn't visible if you scale down the photo, and that I did for these 2 smaller ones, and then I could fit them into the same small photo paper. So that was nice. And the problem here was to overlap it so that I didn't obscure everything that I wanted to showcase. To get the mosaic paper into the layout, I'm cutting just 2 long strips of it and placing it on the white cardstock so that it becomes kind of a border. Speaking of borders, there was a border strip on the same paper that had this nice, a little bit darker kind of teal that was already in the pattern paper, and I decided to use it as a shelf or a lower border on my photo block. When I placed all the photos on the 6x12 layouts, I got stuck with 2 rather annoying white spaces, and I found these puffy stickers from Chimel that also had almost like a mosaic pattern on them, and I decided to use those in the little spaces there. And now I'm adhering the photo block to the white cardstock, and now I'm going just to make a border and the title, and then the page is done. A while back I got my eyes on a scrapbooking sale, and they sold these October afternoon letter stickers, and I bought a large variety of those because the price was just right. and I've seen Nicole Jones use them on her layouts, and they always seem to fit her style, and I must say that I haven't used them as much as I thought I would, because when I bring them out, it's either on a 2 white page, because most of them are on a vanilla background, or it's the opposite. I'm creating a layout onto a vanilla cardstock, and then the color of the stickers are wrong. So it's been quite a challenge to start using these, but this particular type had just enough color and very little of the vanilla color, so it went very well on this project. I wrote photo model in some kind of ironic gesture on the page with the selfies, and then on this page I'm going to write Mosaik, and on the opposite I will write 1,000 pieces. And I really think that Mosaik is beautiful because of the different pieces, and I think that the kind of the philosophy behind the whole art is very, very precious, very, very dear, and it gives, yeah, it gives just the kind of mindset that I wanted to have on this page. 1,000 Pieces and Mosaik. After the title is placed on the page, everything will be finished, and I must say that this little insert became a really good addition to my traveling album, and these also shines of a vacation time, don't you think? One person who is pretty pleased with herself and her appearance on her vacation, so that she takes plenty of selfies. That must be the ideal situation, don't you think? Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.